What's going on? Sunday nights, talk that stuff. Was absent last week, but we're back this week. Just me and the comrade RTO kicking it here on Talk That Stuff this 15th day of November of 2020. Shout out DJ Rec in the chat from Oakland, USA, the town. Let's give it up for a fresh maker, RTO.
What's up?
And I am DJ Wild Body, and this is Talk That Stuff, the 11th, 15th day of November 2020. Let's go. What's going on? How's everybody doing out there in YouTube land? Talk That Stuff here once again, 15th day of November 2020. Shout out to our new sponsor here on Talk That Stuff in Pick'em. Shout out to Pop Pop's Woodshop. Brought to you by Pop Pop's Woodshop. Pop Pop's Woodshop, specializing in custom woodworking, coffee tables, china cabinets. They do it all. They're dedicated to providing you with top quality work and the utmost professionalism. Call Pop Pop's Woodshop today at 1-800-286-5233. That's 1-800-286-5233. Use the code PICK. That's P-I-C-K. You want to call, get some woodworking done, get your cabinet built. He's built this desk that I have here and some record cabinets. Real quality work there. Hit Pop Pop's Woodshop up. That's 1-800-286-5233. That's done. Playback. Check us out on Anchor FM. Check us out on Spotify, iTunes, and a few others. Too much to name. But yeah, check out the playback, Talk That Stuff, and also Pick'em. Pick'em was this morning. Talked a little sports and football. Speaking of football, we're going to go ahead and do the Talk That Stuff football scores and stats. Without further ado. Here we go. What's going on? We're back once again. Week 10 NFL football. That's right, NFL Week 10. A lot of crazy games out there. We're going to go over the scores and all that stuff. Let me get this level straight. All right, beginning with currently the Ravens in New England taking on the Patriots. Right now it's halftime. The score is tied 7-7. Lamar Jackson 9 for 12, 123 yards, 1 touchdown. Also rushing notables. Lamar Jackson 6 carries for 26 yards, and Gus Edwards 1 reception for 31 yards. Not a lot of offense in this, but 7-7 halftime. Moving along in Cleveland, it was the Texans, the shaky Texans in Cleveland to visit the Browns. Browns winning record. Texans scrub numbers 2-6. What's going on? Oh, my bad. Anyways, the Browns, Texans, and the Browns win this one at the house. Scored 10-7. Box scores: Deshaun Watson 20 for 30, 163 yards, 1 touchdown. Nick Chubb's back since week 4. He's been out with injury. He came back strong, 19 carries for 126 yards and 1 touchdown. Shout out to Nick Chubb. Shout out to the Browns, man. Making a statement there. And Richard Higgins, not Taka Higgins, 3 receptions for 48 yards. The Browns 6-3. Texans slide to 2-7. Moving along in Motor City, Detroit, home of the Lions, where Barry Sanders roamed free. Could have been a rushing record, but no, the Lions are far from those days. The Lions hosting the Washington football team, and the Lions last minute field goal. The Lions beat the Washington football team, scored 30-27. Alex Smith, the old relic, 38 for 55, 390 yards. DeAndre Swift, 16 carries for 81 yards. Marvin Jones, the Lions, 8 receptions for 96 yards. Shout out to the Lions for taking it, winning it at the house. The Lions improved to 4-5. Washington slides 2-7. Washington's 0-4 on the road. Moving along, Lambeau Field. Green Bay Packers in the house, welcoming the Jacksonville Jaguars, and the Packers barely escaped with a victory at the house. They score 17 unanswered points in the second. The Packers beat the Jaguars, score 24-20. Some notables: Aaron Rodgers, 24 for 34, 325 yards passing, 2 touchdowns. Jacksonville, James Robinson, 23 carries, 109 yards. And for receptions, Marquez Valdez, 4 receptions for 141 yards. The Packers improved to 7-2. They're 3-1 at home. The Jaguars slide to 1-8. They're 0-5 on the road. Moving along, Meadowlands, Jersey, home team, the Giants. Division game, NFC East. That's right, the Eagles come to town. They fly up the turnpike, up the parkway to take on the Giants. The Giants gave them something to come visit them for. The Giants win 27, Giants, Eagles 17. Daniel Jones, everybody laughed at him when he tripped up like a sniper hit him, but this guy really ran. He had 2 rushing touchdowns himself, breakaway speed. Daniel Jones, passing department, 21 for 28, 244 yards. For rushing, Philly, Miles Sanders, 15 carries, 85 yards, no buttermilk. Darius Slayton, Giants, 5 receptions for 93 yards, and he also had a beautiful catches, man. Giants improved to 3-7. They're tied for first place with the Eagles. The Eagles slide to 3-5-1. Giants 2-3 at home. Eagles 1-3 away. Moving along, in Charlotte, North Carolina, it was the Teddy Bridgewater-led Panthers welcoming the Bucks. Bucks last week coming off an embarrassing loss. Bucks have to improve. Antonio Brown's in the house. You have Mike Evans in the house. You got Tom Brady. You got Gronk. You got all kind of people there ready to get some catches and get some points on the board. The Buccaneers, this was a division game as well. Doesn't matter the record, but today it did. The Buccaneers beat the Panthers. On the road, score Buccaneers 46, the Panthers 23. Tom Brady, 28 for 39, 341 yards, 3 touchdowns. For Tampa Bay, Ronald Jones, 23 carries for $192, almost 200 yards, 1 touchdown. He was on fire tonight. DJ Moore, Carolina, 4 receptions, 96 yards, 1 TD. The Buccaneers improved to 7-3. 4-2 on the road. Panthers slide to 3-7, 1-4 at the house. Moving along, in the newly built stadium in Las Vegas, it was the Raiders. Another AFC West matchup. The Raiders welcome in the Broncos. And the Raiders take care of business really quick. They take out the Broncos, score 37-12. Drew Lock, not to be confused with Master Lock. Scrub numbers, 23 for 47, 257 yards, 1 touchdown. Josh Jacobs, this guy was on fire. 21 carries for 112 yards, 2 TDs. And Jerry Jeudy for the Broncos, 4 receptions, 68 yards. The Raiders improved to 6-3. Go ahead, Las Vegas. The Broncos slide the opposite. Scrub numbers, 3-6. Broncos 2-3 away. Raiders are 2-2 at the house. Moving along at South Beach, it was the Dolphins, the mighty Dolphins. These guys have been on fire, playing some of the best football probably since Dan Marino in 83 or 84. They welcome in the Chargers. The coach has a freaking glass shield on his face. Looks like an old Papa Smurf. I don't know what the hell. Anyways, the Dolphins welcome in the Chargers, and the Chargers take an L. Dolphins winning home, score 29-21. Justin Hebert, Chargers, 20 for 32, 187 yards. Scrub numbers, 2 touchdowns. Ahmed, 21 carries for 85 yards for Miami, 1 touchdown. And Jakeem Grant, 4 receptions, 43 yards, 1 TD. Dolphins improved to 6-3. First time they've been 6-3 since the introduction to Wi-Fi. The Chargers slide to 2-7. Worst, they probably, Chargers 2-7. They are 1-4 on the road. Dolphins are 3-2 at the house. Moving along, Phoenix in the desert. The Cardinals welcome the hottest team in football, the Bills. This was gonna be a shootout. We all knew it. I got a chance to catch this game live. The Cardinals hosting the Bills. The Cardinals have been playing some of the best football in the league. I'll tell you that. The Cardinals, last minute Hail Mary. DeAndre Hopkins comes down with it. The Cardinals win. Score. Cardinals 32, Bills 30. That's right. Hold on for a minute. Get something to drink. That's right. The Cardinals beat the Bills 32-30. Josh Allen, Buffalo, 32 for 49, 284 yards, 2 touchdowns. Kenyon Drake for the Cardinals, 16 carries for 100 yards. And DeAndre Hopkins, we all know where he plays, 7 receptions for 127 yards, 1 TD. The Cardinals improve to 6-3. The Bills slide to 7-3. That's what football's all about. Moving along. Hold on. I can't hear anything, but I have visual. I can see things visually, shapes and sizes of Smurfs and visual. Yeah. Moving along. The Big Easy. New Orleans Saints. Another division NFC West matchup. Saints welcoming the 49ers at the house. Saints scoop by with a win. They beat the Saints, scored 27-13. I didn't see their starter in the 49ers any his way. Nick Mullins, San Francisco, he played today. 24 for 38. Scrub numbers. 247 yards, 1 TD. Vitreous Murray, 9 carries for 57 yards. And Kamara, New Orleans. This guy is like another version of dude from Carolina. He had 7 receptions for 83 yards, 1 touchdown. The Saints improved to 7-2. Very quiet. They're 4-1 at home. The 49ers slide down. Very disappointing, 4-6. They're 3-2 away. This last year, the 49ers won a Super Bowl. That's what happens with these teams, man. These teams keep the same roster and they don't make any improvements. That is one league. There's one sport. You cannot bring the same team that you had last year and expect that you have success. You have to constantly start making moves and acquiring new people. We'll talk about that a little later. Anyways, moving along in Heinz Field, it was the undefeated Steelers coming in this bitch 8-0. Taking on the Bengals. Another division game. Sometimes it doesn't matter the record, but this time it did. The Steelers, first 9-0 team, they take out the Bengals, score 36-10. Ben Hamburger Roethlisberger, 27 for 46, 333 yards, passing 4 touchdowns. Rushing, Pernine, Cincinnati, not WKRP, 7 carries for 48 yards, and Deontay Johnson for the Steelers, 6 receptions for 116 yards, 1 touchdown. Steelers 9-0, 5-0 at home. Bengals slide 2-6. They're 0-4-1 away. Moving along, Thursday night's game. We had the Titans taking on, they're inviting the Colts into town. Titans came off a win last week. The Colts took an L last week, but this Thursday, different story. The Colts go on the road. They beat the Titans. Score: Colts 34, Titans 17. Riverboat Gambler Rivers, 29 for 39, 308 yards, 1 TD. Derrick Henry, the Tank, 19 carries for 103 yards. And Michael Pittman Jr., Indianapolis, not to be confused with the other Pittman, which would be like 45 years old right now. Jr., 7 receptions, 101 yards. The Titans slide to 6-3. Colts improve to 6-3. And this Monday night, we got the Bears at home, Soldier Field. The Vikings coming to town, another division rivalry. Vikings are 3-5, Bears 5-4. Notables to watch: Kirk Cousins. So far, he's 137 for 209. He has 1,855 yards, 15 touchdowns. Delvin Cook, one of the best running backs in the league, 144 carry. He's almost at 1,000 yards. And Allen Robinson, he's 57 receptions, 712 yards, 3 touchdowns. And that is going to be it for Talk That Sports. Blah, blah, blah. Please be sure to check out Pick'em Sunday mornings live at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and also check the playback on Anchor FM. That'll do it. Oh yeah, I can't hear anymore. I gotta visualize my sound. Oh, what's going on?
Shit.
I can't. I gotta. Can you see sound, man?
No, I don't have that.
You can't see sound?
I mean, I don't have that. I don't know. I know that gift, but I don't have that.
Man, I didn't even know that was a gift.
And Kanye supposedly has that.
Kanye. Oh man. Oh, that explains a whole lot. So yeah. So basically what I was saying is a lot of these organizations, and I'll tell you in this year football is a little bit different because of all the injuries. So I think the job of the GM, and we really see this year who it's all about the team with the best depth chart wins because of all the injuries this year. So if you got good backups, man, and most of the time, the job of a GM is to make sure that starting lineup is A1 and and they're ready to go. With no intentions of these guys getting hurt. There's injuries, but not a significant amount like it has been. So you're really getting to see these nobody, no names guys catching. First time they're catching a pass is for a touchdown. So I think it's the job of the GMs to make sure they got caught flat-footed. Another thing is a lot of these good teams, like say the San Francisco 49ers last year, they were killing stuff, man, tearing it up. I don't think they really made any off-season acquisitions. You cannot in football, you cannot
Mm-hmm.
put the same product on that field that you had the year before. You will get crushed.
Mm-hmm. And year before, like I said, they they depend on the defense. Garoppolo is trash. Like I've been
Yeah,
saying that forever. Like
been trash.
he's super trash, and he ain't do. The only reason that he did shit with the Patriots because he was under you know that system.
Or
But take him out that system, he garbage.
ran a lot of system
So,
QBs. You know who's a great quarterbacks coach? Andy Reid, especially when he
yeah.
was with the Eagles. Man, he
Yeah.
had Todd Detmer playing A1 ball. He's a good quarterbacks coach, man. And
Mm-hmm.
dude, Mahomes is a product of that. Mahomes is good. That guy's real good. He's even greater with having a guy like Andy Reid. You know, just to set stuff up. But yeah, man, it's sad to see, man. If you think you guys were just gonna beat up on John Gruden for the next 4 years, you're highly mistaken. You ain't gonna keep beating John Gruden. I'm sorry, not that kind of guy. Straight up. So
And I think there's a lot of success happening because in a new stadium too, that just brings up
pretty stadium. Got a
better
chance to check it out.
vibes.
Yep. That stadium is top notch, man. But it will never replace
It
the
should
black hole.
be top notch in fucking the Bay Area, but it's a different conversation.
Yeah, I know it's a touchy subject, man. But I just look at they left before to go to L.A. and stuff, and they were kind of like in your backyard. They were still in the state, but I don't know, like franchises like the Raiders, the Steelers, Cowboys, Dolphins in some arenas, a lot of Bronco fans. Those teams there, or even the Browns. I mean, the Browns did it. I mean, they went back and forth, like I don't know, man. A lot of these, I don't see how you got some fans. I mean, I guess when you even I guess that's a double-edged sword because if I know a lot of back home there's a lot of Steeler fans, there's a lot of Cowboy fans, and they're not in Texas. You have some teams that would fall in their face if they left the state. I'm surprised that St. Louis was able to they were able to leave St. Louis and go to LA with another team, the Chargers, come in town and have fans. Like what gets these, I guess, the power of the what is
Because
it?
they already had, I mean, the Rams were already in LA before they went to St. Louis,
Right.
so they
But
just got
yeah,
those fans back. But the Chargers, I mean, you see the difference. Chargers is trash, and the Rams is pretty much okay.
yeah, another slot
The
team.
Chargers uprooted all the way from San Diego to LA. That shit, I knew that shit wasn't gonna work from the get go. I'm like, oh, LA area is too fucking crowded. Like, you don't need two
Man,
damn football teams. Like,
I skipped over the Seahawks and the Rams. The Rams ended up beating the Seahawks 23-16. This whole time I'm saying that Seahawks were one of the best teams in the NFC. The Rams beat the Seahawks 23-16. Jared Goff 27 for 37, 302 yards. Russell Sierra Wilson rushing 8 carries for 60 yards. Josh Reynolds for the Rams 5 receptions for 94 yards. That Rams team is very dangerous. They're very dangerous. They're up and down, but they're dangerous. They'll put them in the
Yeah,
playoffs. We'll see what happens. But I guess the Cardinals got sole control of the NFC West, man. The Cardinals,
yeah.
bro.
Cardinals out here killing.
I like the car. I like what I see, and I like Tua, man. And the Dolphins, bro. He's down there winning. He's down there
Yeah, I
getting it
don't know if
done.
you watched him in college, but he was nice.
Oh yeah. I've seen some play. I'm a
Yeah,
lefty myself, so
I literally watched that championship game when he came in and just dominated.
right.
Like, who the fuck is this dude? Oh shit, he won this whole fucking game.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, I knew he was gonna be nice.
Wow. You know how? I mean, come on, Dolphins, first round pick, quarterback.
Yeah, I mean they been fucking. They Dolphins always fucked that up.
Man, he rolling out, going on bootlegs and hitting not the first layer, which the easy throw will be to the halfback or somebody coming in the flat. He going on the second layer, hitting the dude coming across. I'm like, look at this dude hitting the sideline and dude running, and he looks real comfortable in there. He don't look
Yeah,
scared. So I'm always against putting in first year quarterbacks. I always felt they weren't ready, and you have a possibility. Is a possibility that you might shell shock them. Like say David Carr, his brother, when he started up with the Houston Texans, and he threw him in there with no line, and the guy got shell shocked. He just wasn't the same.
seen
He
him a
looked
pick six.
right. You didn't know what you were getting with this guy anyway. So who knows what you would have got with that Carr dude with him? You can't. He ended up backing up Eli for a few years, but I think being a quarterback, probably one of the most important positions in all of sports next to a pitcher. Would you agree with me on that?
Yeah,
Meaning you got to know what everyone is on the field, not only on offense, but on defense as well. If you call in, audibles and stuff like that. I think it's a complex position. Not only you got to know where everybody's at, you got to perform too. What's up, DJ Rack? What's going on, brother? How you been? Exciting week boxing. We watched the Crawford Kel Brook fight last night. Uh, Crawford, we were talking about that this morning on Pick'em. Why this guy's 33 years old and he hasn't had any real big money fights, man. And people were kind of attributing that to his promotion, who he messes, as far as his promoters and stuff, man. This guy's 33 years old. And he has not yet had a big money fight. A lot of people want to see him fight Pacquiao. I guess I'm not mad at him if he wants to take that fight. I want to see him. I want to see him fight Spence, but I would understand if he wants to go get Pacquiao, man, and get the big money fight, which unify the titles, whatnot. So that'll be
yeah.
interesting. I'm with it. Although I love boxing, I've been really a UFC head for definitely in this last 2 years, man. I've been kind of paying close attention to the UFC. Conor McGregor's coming back, and a lot of people aren't picking him to win. I think Conor will win. I'm gonna check out. I'm gonna go back and watch some retro stuff for the other guy, Poirier, whatever. I really don't know too much about him to really judge, but Conor, he's Conor McGregor, man. I mean, he's only been removed for a couple of years, and don't think he's not training and boxing and stuff and getting his ground game and his ground defense together. At this point in time, I mean, you could have Conor McGregor has no ground, not a professional ground game, so you have to probably uh improve your takedown defense as well as your ground game defense as far as getting up. So that would be kind of uh something I will work on. And everyone has holes.
Hmm.
Let's see. Check the news out there. Gregor response. Let's see here. Are they gonna be Slams fans will call Donna Cerrone? Easy fight during Cowboys. Cowboy we talking about though. Not easy fight. Dustin. Let's see here. Oh, Conor McGregor's 22-4 already. Yeah, Dustin Poirier. Dustin Poirier's 26-6. Saturday. No, that's not it. They fought him already. Hold on. You got your computer?
No, I'm on the phone.
Rafael dos Anjos call out. Okay, so all right. Massive news in the UFC. Dana White just announced reveals massive news for news of Conor McGregor versus Poirier. I think he anticipated return to the octagon inch toward reality as Dana White shared some positive news. The rumors about the fight between Conor McGregor and the Diamond have been swirling around for some time now. Recent developments suggest that the fight is one signature away from being announced. Doing you okay? So that fight, McGregor Poirier will be whatever his name is. There'll be UFC's return to Fight Island. January 23rd on Fight Island. Everything goes according to plan. There's tons of it's right now. I have to see what the world is at in the next couple of months. And that is true. It gets me to my next subject here. The whole people are talking. I'm hearing that some of these states might be shutting down. Uh, COVID is spreading pretty fast. Seems like a lot of people are contracting this, and I'm hearing. I asked a lady at the pharmacy yesterday about the vaccine. I guess the vaccine's in the works, but I don't know how long that's going to take. And I'm pretty sure that people that's going to get it are going to probably be the elderly first and kids. So probably won't see that for a few months.
If that actually works, but,
Yeah,
different from the first time around.
yeah.
So,
They ain't trying to shut
I
nothing down.
wish I was, yeah,
Okay,
they don't have to.
right.
So,
Okay, check this out. Michigan, Washington orders new restrictions as U.S. passes. We have just passed 11 million coronavirus cases. Coronavirus cases reported in the United States passed 11 million on Sunday as the nation shatters records for hospitalizations and daily new infections as leaders turn to new painful restrictions to stem pandemic's long predicted surge. It's getting cold again. The milestone came 1 week after the country hit 10 million cases. Other states are reenacting stay at home orders and some closures. Michigan Governor Whitmer on Sunday announced sweeping new limits on gathering for 3 weeks, including a ban on indoor dining at restaurants and bars and a halt to in person classes at high schools and colleges. Washington Governor Jay Inslee also laid out a slew of new rules which prohibit indoor social gatherings with people outside one's household and indoor service at restaurants and bars. Everything is state mandated.
yeah, that's, yeah. I think that's how you're doing it now.
Mm-hmm. I think that
Yeah.
I think we all should
You,
move one band, one sound.
your boy out here tripping, talking. I forget the reason why he said he didn't want to give it to New York. That there was a vaccine, but he was saying that if there was one, New York ain't gonna get it because insert whatever reason. I don't know why, but the fact that you're gonna withhold it from the fucking state because you want some Trump shit
Right.
is fucking
Hey
hilarious
mom.
to me.
Hey mom, how you doing? So this is the first time I've seen this in the news. So they're saying President Trump lost more than this in an election. When he leaves the White House in January, he will also lose the constitutional protection from prosecution afforded to the sitting president after
Oh
January
yeah,
20th. Mr. Trump, who
yes,
has refused to concede and is fighting to hold on to his office, will be more vulnerable than ever to pending grand jury investigation by the Manhattan District Attorney into the president's family business and his practices and his $770 tax payment.
yeah. That's why he wanted to
He's going
get
nowhere.
reelected so bad because it's
Yeah,
a rap.
he did not plan. I don't think he planned to lose, man. And we were talking about. I mean, forget what I was talking about. They're talking about Kamala Harris. I said if I was Joe Biden, oh, she was on Breakfast Club or something, or talking about they're talking about marijuana, and she was like, yeah, she said, yeah, duh, my half of my family is Jamaican. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I did inhale, and they're like, oh, she shouldn't be talking about marijuana. So I said this stuff is legal though. I mean, what's the problem? At least he didn't try to uh lie and try to cover it up, talking about I didn't inhale. Who does that? I don't have a problem with that. I can see if it was like cocaine or something, freaking marijuana. But of course, Biden, it was the smartest thing for him to do to get Kamala Harris because he figured that the whole, the protesting and the police, with the police brutality and the shooting innocent black people. I think he's gonna get those votes. People are pissed off. So yeah, it was a good move, man. I have no problem with that, man. It's politics, man. You gotta do what you got to do. So
Yeah, I mean, there's some things about Kamala that I'm not 100% feeling, but
with the
I'm,
whole prosecutor thing, yeah.
but I'm not mad either. So,
Well, I
as
know you
long as
come
we, whatever to get this nigga out, that's all.
right. I hear you when you say, and I agree with you when people say, well, don't break the law. But I know plenty of people, or plenty have heard of plenty of cases where police plant evidence all the time on people. People get sent to jail. There's people sitting on death row right now because they were forced to confess to a crime they didn't commit because they took them out in the woods and threatened to kill them. You didn't confess. I understand that there's so much corruption and stuff. That's why I
I
think that
mean,
the death penalty should be outlawed because I wonder how many people they've killed, innocent people they've killed that's innocent, man. You can't 100% or 99.9% say that that person killed that other person. They should not be executed.
yeah. I mean, there's other things too, and I ain't even really trying to get into that. But
Gotcha.
yeah, it's yeah.
Next stimulus. Let's talk about the next stimulus package. This is what President-elect Joe Biden might do. With coronavirus cases continuing to surge across the U.S., breaking yet another record high new infections, progress remains at stands. On the next wave of COVID-19 relief on Saturday, President Donald Trump tweeted that support for a new stimulus bill that is both large in focus and seemingly contradiction with the Republicans and Democrats at odds. The House of Representatives returns to Washington on Monday, the timing of a new stimulus bill before President-elect Joe Biden's inauguration on the 20th of January. Despite the uncertainties, Biden has laid out a plan to address the effects of the coronavirus pandemic. So, one of the urgent things that need to be done is people need relief now. I agree, especially the customer service field, restaurants, bars, clubs, events. Below, we examine everything Biden may be planning. They're talking about it should be a new, should have been another round. The CARES Act passed in March was the first stimulus package intended to help people financially affected by the pandemic. One of the most popular aspects of the act was a stimulus check. Spending plans like that will include more direct stimulus payments, but it doesn't specify how many or how much, or if any of the qualifications would change.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we do need a new stimulus, man. There's people that's
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, these people that's collecting unemployment is winning right now. That's why the people aren't. It's hard to find people to work right now, man. People on unemployment, they ain't trying to leave. They getting paid, but that shit ain't gonna last. It's not gonna
Yeah, I
last
mean, that's
forever.
not gonna last. I mean, you got places that's forgiving rent and all that because we're going through this. But once that go away,
Yep.
fucking that unemployment ain't gonna fucking carry you on.
Right.
You're sitting there hurt.
Yep. PS5 in the building. PS5 right now. You can pay $893 from StockX for a Sony PS5 PlayStation / Blu-ray edition console. $25 shipping. Others
And you will be a
PS
fucking retard to do that too.
yeah, $1,700, $1,800, and eBay DJD NYC 34 selling one for $1,500 or $1,600. A brand new Sony PlayStation disc version, PS5 disc in hand. So yeah, if it's that important for you to have another. All right, let's meet the reviews for the pros and cons for the PlayStations already. Pros and cons. This person, I'm going to utilize this review by telling you the pros and cons of the PlayStation 5 console. The pros are the fact that the PS5 custom SSD speed is unmatched in the gaming industry. With fast loading screens and rendering times, this is a perfect next gen SSD. Another pro is the exclusive titles. Games such as Spider Man, Miles Morales, and Demon Souls leave a very good first impression of its games. Another pro is being able to play your PS4 games on a PS5 via disc or digital library with your PSN account. The cons are Xbox does in fact have better graphics, and also the games have gone up in prices, $59 to $69. So this could be affected the sales of some games. Also, the console will be very hard to get on launch day, so be ready to order. But picking your console
That's,
in reality comes all down to personal preference. There is no superior console, and this is for PS5. It's
yeah, that's some bullshit.
right. It should exceed the Xbox, right?
No, it does. Xbox is better console all the way around, and that whatever that was you read was kind of old because it came out that and then SSD speeds for certain games was even slower than that Xbox Series X when it
Hmm.
was supposed to be faster. So if it's pretty they're pretty much comparable right now. And if that's the case, if they're the same, Series X has the better graphics, and if the SSD is the same, then the Series X is already the better console off top. It's
I
the
mean,
best console.
I feel
Yeah, what's the name got their PlayStation has their exclusives and whatnot, but even not even all those are exclusives. Like
hmm,
Demon Souls or whatnot, I can get that on PC right now. Well, not right now, but it will actually. I think it is right now. But a lot of their quote unquote exclusives will be coming to PC.
right. Okay.
So it's not 100% exclusive to PlayStation or whatnot. And a lot of PlayStation fanboys is losing their stuff about that because they hate the fact that they're losing the exclusivity of the console like that. Like, and mad that games that came out 4 years ago was appearing on PC and stuff like that. So, and
But
then Xbox already achieved, they, I mean, not achieved, but they acquired Bethesda. No, it's not much of Bethesda. What was it? I forgot the deal that they acquired, but they acquired, yeah, Bethesda and
hmm,
all kind of other stuff. So they will be getting their exclusive soon. Ain't gonna be right away, but it's gonna happen. I'm not even worried about that aspect of it. In all honesty, who cares? I mean, if you play games, you play games. I don't get into the console wars.
yeah,
I mean,
I'm not.
because if I had the money, I get both. But if I had to choose, I'm going to go Xbox since I've just been with Xbox from the very beginning.
Right.
I came from Dreamcast, and Dreamcast,
Dreamcast.
yeah,
I didn't get a chance to
Dreamcast
get
and
that.
Xbox was like fucking hand in hand. I mean, they pretty much saying that thing to me. But I
Right.
mean, I was PlayStation 2, so I mean, it don't matter. I just had the PlayStation. I ain't never got two and all that, but it don't matter to me, honestly. If I game, I game on
I just,
whatever
I just,
platform.
I just find it crazy that all these bots brought up just the units on eBay. Poor kids. That's who loses in all this because unless
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm like, I thought at one time, PC. I'm gaming on PC, and I'm like, man, these files are huge. Because you got to understand, I've had an Xbox, but I wasn't doing anything digitally. If I get a game, it's on CD when I had the 360. So I come over to the digital world. So you're really seeing now you're downloading games, and you're seeing how much space is in these files. I'm like, computer is not as, it's up there. Like I remember, GTA was like almost 100, 2K, they're like the
Yeah.
same thing. I mean, I don't see the different gameplay. I play GTA on PC and I go to the Xbox and play GTA. It's kind of the same thing. I mean,
Well,
um,
that depends on the quality of your PC.
oh yeah, well, yeah, of course, exactly, exactly.
I
I
can
just
tell you, playing GTA on my computer and then playing it on this. I have an Xbox One X, which is it was the best thing before the Series X and S came out. It was the best console. until these brand new ones came out, and night and day difference. I mean, night and day. It's like I don't even want to play GTA on the Xbox no more because I've been playing it on PC, and the graphics is like a million times better. Frame rate a million times better. It just looks better. But it depends on the power of your PC.
Right, and that's another factor that goes into that. I mean, you know, with things, video cards being different. Yeah, I get you. I understand. I've been fortunate then. Others have not. You know, I wouldn't mind strapping, plugging back into the PC, man, running some games. I might actually, man, when we get out of here, man, I might oh, whoa. You got a fight night, right?
Yeah.
Trying to ball?
Ain't tripping.
Okay. Let me wrap this up, man. Somebody coming around. Hold on, man. All right. This will be it for Talk That Stuff. Short cast. Check us out on Anchor FM for DJ Wide Body and RTO Beats. I'm DJ Wide Body, and this was a short version of Talk That Stuff this 15th day of November. Sorry. Check us out next week, Sunday. Hopefully, we'll have a panel. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also, check up on the Scratch Magazine Producers Challenge. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Scratch Magazine's YouTube channel on Sunday, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Pick'em Sports Talk Radio. Myself, Kareem VIC Williams, Kareem Coop, and Malcolm Edwards, aka CME Hustle. I'd like to say peace on 3. Thank everyone in the chat. DJ Rec, my mother. See you next time. Peace.
Peace.